Hey guys, this is Tranquil Flow with the anti-scam token team. Just got a quick video today covering the most common scam on Uniswap, and that is the removal of liquidity, otherwise known as a rug pull. So anti-scam token was first created from a fork of Duel, which was a token that scammed us by pulling the rug out from us. And Duel itself was actually a fork of Shuffle. So what is pulling the rug? Well, basically, this is on uniswap.info, really good website. And if you don't know how liquidity works, I do have another video on my channel about it. But basically, to quickly summarize it, anyone can add liquidity at any time to any token pair. So when you add liquidity, adding Duel and F, or the token and Ethereum, and you're basically allowing people to buy and sell your token for a small fee. And so your token balance will go up or down depending if people are buying or selling the token or Ethereum. And so if we go down, we can see the transactions. And so we've got swaps, which is people buying and selling the tokens for Ethereum or back for the token. And then we have adds and removes. And so adds is adding liquidity and removes is removing liquidity. So we can see initially the dev added 8.5 Ethereum and 84,480 Joule. And so this was, and you can see some other people added more liquidity, but they did this at a later point. And you can see the total value actually. So total value was here 1,900. And then by the time this person added liquidity in, their 3 Ethereum and 1,800 Joule was worth $1,300. So, the price spiked. It was moving really hard. And so it was going up. And then all these people were transferring and swapping and trading. And so at this point, the dev owned the vast majority of the liquidity pool. And so they then removed the liquidity and they took out 65 Ethereum and a few Joule. So it basically means they input 8.5 Ethereum, people bought the tokens, and so they got these tokens and they added, and they sold their Ethereum. And the dev, as the majority liquidity provider, basically got those Ethereum, and then he removed all his liquidity, cashing out 65 Ethereum for a roughly 77.5 Ethereum gain. So they earned quite a bit from this, unfortunately. And so when they did that, the price just took a nosedive because they were the vast majority of the liquidity. And so if you have no liquidity, all of a sudden, no one can buy or sell. And so effectively, the project just dies instantly because no one else is going to add liquidity after that has happened, because instantly their Ethereum would just be sold, or their Ethereum, would just be transferred for someone's tokens. So what can you do to prevent this? Well, first of all, do your own research, look into the project. This guy was saying that more details would come soon. We just had to wait, just wait. But they didn't lock the liquidity. And so there's a big push at the moment for people saying that you should lock your liquidity tokens. And what that means is, so when you add liquidity, when this guy added this, they actually get a token, a liquidity pool token. And so we actually open this up. So this is the transaction on Etherscan. And so you can see the address added the liquidity, and then they received this coin, Uniswap V2, UniV2. So this is what a liquidity pool token will look like. And there's an individual one for each token pair. And so you can see, yeah, unfortunately, this person is the only person left holding liquidity for this. But the dev originally would have owned this. And so if you went to the liquidity, you'd be able to see how much of the liquidity is actually owned by each address. And so if one address owns the vast majority of the liquidity, they have the power to take that all out and rug everyone basically and leave everyone else screwed. So the solution is to lock the liquidity so they can't do that. The best way to do that is to actually take a look at the contract itself, the liquidity lock contract, because that's the only way you can 100% confirm it's actually locked. There is a website called Unicrypt, and they have you can find tokens, and you can actually lock the tokens on Unicrypt. So it makes locking liquidity really easy. And it'll tell you how much of the percent is locked up, which is important. And also when it will be unlocked, which is also important. However, this big disclaimer here is something you should read because it's important. And this is basically saying that locking liquidity isn't a fail-safe against being scammed, and it certainly is not. Because, and like I say here, you can read this in your own time, but basically, they could lock. So with Jill, he could have added, his liquidity and then locked all the liquidity. But the problem then is that we'll go to Etherscan, go to the token tracker, and we'll go to the holders. Actually, this isn't too bad at the moment, but just say the dev had locked the liquidity, but they still held 90% of the supply. Then they can just still dump on you. They can just sell and sell and sell because they own the majority of the supply. So that's one way you can still get scammed or dumped on basically by a shitty dev. So locking liquidity is good, but it doesn't mean something is not a scam. So look, I think I'll keep that as everything for today. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Stay safe out there. Subscribe to us for more videos about scams and Uniswap in general. Basically, we just want to help provide great information to the general community so people don't fall prey to scams like this. Anyway, so that's everything. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Stay safe and take care. Until next time.